Depressurize and grab hold! Tigress, we need birds!
Copy, sending Jackal.
Gunners approaching!
Overhead!
Jacks are in!
Copy, load up! Set, turn and burn! Tigress, scars are clear!
Copy, clear. Engaging, weapons loose.
Hey everyone, this is Phoenix Plays, and we are right in the beginning of July. I almost said June, sorry. And we've had pretty much a lot of information about Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. We've had 2 trailers so far, one of them being the reveal trailer and one of them being the ship assault trailer, which is basically a mission from the campaign. Probably a side mission because the way you do it, it doesn't seem necessary. So I have a lot of information to share with you guys right now. So let's get into this. So leave a like if you enjoy this video and subscribe if you want to see more of this pretty face. I always say silly. I don't know why I felt like saying pretty. I mean, it's pretty, you know. I mean, my face looks pretty. Yeah. So first of all, we're gonna get into the campaign first. So the amount of stuff we know about the campaign is, first of all, probably most of you guys gonna know about this. A guy from Game of Thrones whose real name is Kit Harington. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Kit Harington is basically a part of the Settlement Defense Fraternity, which are basically the bad guys, and he's a part of them. He controls their massive ship called, let me find it, what's it called, Olympian Mons. And whereas Reyes, who is basically the guy you play as, is in charge of Retribution, is the name of this massive ship we're basically at, and it is in the ship assault trailer. And by the way, the ship, the sort of small kind of fighter jet you see, is basically called the Jackal, so kind of get the vehicles out of the way. And so we have got not Kit Harington, you got Kit Harington and the vehicle out of the way, so good, it's a good start. Yay! And another thing about vehicles, basically what the Infinity Ward guys have tried to do is basically kind of combine what would happen if the Navy and the NASA would mix and do the same stuff. So it's kind of like the NASA for the space and Navy for the military. And so like the Jackal, for example, is basically a fighter jet, but it has like thermal control stuff, and it's made up of material which can kind of go into space and not gonna get destroyed. Imagine the bottom happen, like just go up like boo, I just come in like boo, like a meteor. People are gonna start making the shining star wishes. Amazing. So the next thing actually is the sound in this game. Let me actually open that because I have my websites open. I'm very researchy. Don't judge me. So first of all, the sound, I'm going to go a bit in depth with kind of what you have to do in the campaign and stuff. But I'm actually quite kind of excited for this game. So first of all, get into sound. Sound is kind of like an orchestral and electronic sort of thing. It is basically sort of more towards the loneliness of space and like burdens of war you have, rather than the epic like I'm in space kind of thing. So that's something. I mean, I never feel I always feel epic while I'm playing Call of Duty. I feel like a god, absolutely savage and good one. And it's another thing is that it's kind of like good music. So if you heard the trailer and you've seen like the music feels intense, feels like pumps you up like whoa. So another thing about this game is, which is different from most of the games that you have probably played. So most games that gonna get made like the motion capture it, and they later on like you have the guys kind of stay doing their vocals, and it's basically because like you can't bend your what's this called? What's this thing called? Which I have from my body for so long. Neck. That's what I was looking for. Which is like your neck kind of, you move your bend your neck. There we go. it's kind of going to go, it's kind of going to bend your vocal cords, so it's not going to be perfect. But these guys, however, have me kind of like have these headphones, microphones right attached to them while they're doing. So basically everything is live, and like it's basically you're seeing actual people do it, and the faces are kind of same because they have like those facial expressions for motion capture. So the guys look pretty much exactly the same, and yeah, this game has been made with really good technology. Talking of technology, we actually have seen the first trailer, which looked stunning for that game, and when it's on the second trailer, I was like, nah, you know what I mean, nah. One of the first thing that you can notice probably is you see Salter moving next to you, and she's like, Ray, we got something to do. Come on, open that door, pull it from your hand. They got you the exosuit, yeah. And you open it, so they kind of like, if you see the humans around you, I guess they kind of look big, yeah, they kind of stand out. The lighting on them isn't perfect to be specific and nerdy, and I'm sure that Infinity Ward is kind of working on this, because they haven't given us like proper images of guns and stuff, because the guns in that game were not in the game but in that trailer were horrible. However, if you look around your environment, it looks stunning. Your environment, I've seen like amazing kind of guys, and another thing I was talking about, you remember I was kind of talking about the NASA and Navy, same sort of thing. So what they've kind of done is they've made it kind of move in whenever they're recording, they kind of like consulted someone from the military, and they kind of like whenever they were recording, they had one guy at least from military seeing like, okay, that guy isn't peeking around corners in the right way, and like how do they move, and like is everyone doing the right stuff that they should be doing, and yeah. So I think about the graphics, they are going to kind of get more work on them, because the gun also didn't look amazing. It just looked like a block of clay or something. You painted it from everything, and yeah, it was nice. So, but however, if you see some of these images, they look stunning again. So it's kind of like, I think they're kind of trying to set your expectations, I guess, because you know, like if this, like, okay, to compare these two images, they look like they've been taken in from Uncharted and like just put into that. You know what I mean? Just like these guys look like they're from Uncharted when you actually see them faces. So like I am probably expecting a lot of the lighting improving, and yeah, from the actual in-game stuff rather than the cutscenes, because they look pretty different. Yeah. So I think it's not a good time to be nerdy anymore. Actually, I think this whole video is about me nerding about. So the next thing we have is basically who you are. You basically, your name is Leonid Reyes. I can't pronounce that, so pardon. And you are basically kind of like sitting in Switzerland while all of that stuff takes place, and you kind of go in and attacks happen. When you die, you're there, but you survive that, and like you kind of, what's the word? It's kind of like you are kind of in Switzerland, and the attack from settlement in front happens, and you survive that. So you kind of put in the position of commander of the massive ship I talked about, called the Retribution, and but you're not alone who's moved into that ship. You have Lennon, what's her name? What's her name? Lennon Salter, who's basically kind of like a person who's always next to you. You and her have always got to the military school together, and you guys have, yeah, been really good friends. And they say like they're kind of like family together. But the twist happens when Reyes kind of becomes the captain, and she's kind of pretty pissed off about that. Like, she wanted to be the captain probably, and she has kind of like her own way of doing stuff, and Reyes kind of keeps her in line, like, no, you shall not do this. You shall do it in the proper way. But how she is like, she doesn't care about paperwork. She cares about go and get the job done. Like, no, you shall not have any ice cream today. The next guy we have is Reigns, Admin Reigns. I have no idea how you pronounce that. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. who is basically the mentor of you, and like it's kind of like it's basically. So you, some Western Reigns is kind of like the guy who's always been your mentor, and like he kind of knows when like what decisions you get to make, and he's made those hard decisions, and like he knows what hard choices will you be able to make. And another thing they've been talking about the game is like how you're not the one following orders, you're the one who is issuing the orders, but I'm not sure if they mean like you will issue the orders, like it's just like your character saying like, okay, I'm gonna do this, or like it comes on the screen. Do you say this, or do you say this, or do you kind of save that person but get the villain go away, or do you go to the person but the innocent dies? So I think that's gonna be really awesome if they do that, because I was wondering like, why can't Call of Duty be like that? You know what I mean? Like Telltale games, Quantic Dreams are doing so much stuff like that. Why can't you do it like that? Sergeant Omer? No, wait, Sergeant Omer isn't the one. Just saying, he's kind of like he's kind of like a hard guy. He's kind of like Ruin from Black Ops 3, who's awesome, but he's kind of a bit of a, you know what I mean? He's a hard guy, Ruin. He's the awesome but hard guy. So he kind of like, he's the only one, like you are the only one who's always going to trust you to keep his back, and like you guys are kind of like mateys and stuff, but he's a hard guy, okay? So be careful. And the last one is Ethan, who is technically is called Enhanced Tactical Humanoid 3rd Revision, and the N isn't capital because it's revision and it's taking the last N, so it's complex. Don't blame me. And Ethan's kind of like the perfect soldier. Like he's like Ethan's kind of like the perfect soldier. He's like you can't like argue that he's worthy, but again he's focused on AI, so he's kind of like funny and real intelligent, and like he knows he's gonna be probably going to be the guy who's always next to you, and like he's pretty funny as well, so which is always good in these games, because so far I've been talking about how serious and like no epicness of space, like it's burdens of war and like the tough decisions you're gonna get to make. So Ethan kind of looks like a good one, but he always considers himself to be the outcast because he's not a human. And Ethan's probably a really good mate of you, and we saw him in the trailers. He seems awesome. I really like Ethan. I'm gonna say it. I really like Ethan. And next is multiplayer, which is basically what is the main thing about COD, right? Multiplayer and more multiplayer and more multiplayer. So one of the things we know is this is going to be the COD with most amount of guns. It is not confirmed that we have variants or not, but it kind of seems like we have variants. I don't know why. I kind of feel that we're gonna be having variants, and I have my article open so I can tell you guys whatever intel we have. So guns are going to be hundreds of guns. We're not sure what they're going to be same in multiplayer or campaign. They're probably going to be different because some of them stuff is kind of weird in campaign. We have like a grenade which you can throw and it like just walks. It's kind of like spider and like walks and explodes. So you're probably not gonna have that in the multiplayer because that's gonna be annoying. You have like few shotguns which kind of like you shoot and follow the guy, and yeah, a lot of stuff that you probably might not wanna have in multiplayer. But there will be hundreds of guns, so it's not just like you can get the gun, get it, unlock it. It's kind of like you have different brands for the guns. I'm not sure if this will be in the campaign as well. There should be referencing in the campaign about the guns and the companies, but I'm sure they'll kind of like not. You're not going to be choosing according to companies. You're mainly going to be choosing according to companies in the multiplayer. So first of all, you have Kendall Baltics, which is basically a traditional manufacturer which creates like kind of like the stuff that you know, like this exists kind of like for example an M4 which is basically just fitted with a OLED GPS display. There we go. And we have Mashimo. After that we have like the kind of bring like high energy fast firing weapons that can support multiple functionalities. Again, like kind of like we saw in the trailer, it was kind of like an assault rifle which suddenly changed to its iron sight, which acted as a grenade launcher. That's what I was looking for. So we have Kendall Mashimo, then we have the Fujiwara. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And Fujiwara is basically like high-class energy weapons, which have elaborate designs, elaborate options, which is some of the coolest and most out there with designs from these manufacturers, including the MOD2, which is the SMG, which is effective at mid and long ranges. Don't know how that's gonna work. Probably no one's gonna like the gun, but you know, it's gonna be amazing. And you can kind of like pull it half into like a dual pistol, like pow, 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 and it's gonna be awesome. And we have the last company, probably the last thing towards this episode, EDI and Atomic Dynamics, which are two manufacturers that makes focus on prototype and experimental weapons. So they have like a lot of variants and high quality stuff. No, sorry. EDI kind of works more on high quality stuff, whereas Atomic Dynamics works on raw materials, yielding guns with a lot of exports parts. And yeah, but like for example, when you're dealing with ray guns and charger weapons, it's all about substance over style. I have no idea. So I think it's kind of saying when like EDI's stuff is kind of, so Atomic Dynamics kind of makes stuff which I guess like SMGs and stuff. It's kind of like non-basic stuff which you will need. So like you need SMG, you need a sniper, and like that's what I think they were trying to say. So I'm like, this stuff has hyped me up for Infinite Warfare. You should be hyped for this. Honestly, I mean, I'm kind of being partial. It may sound like this. The thing that worries me is like, I have seen videos and I'm like, this guy is not saying true. Like this guy like is saying this thing is awesome, but it isn't. So I don't want people to judging me like that. It's just my opinion. So you can either leave a like or dislike, depending on what you want. But if you enjoyed this video, wait, I need to say more stuff. What am I doing? Silly Bob. And I think I'm really excited for this game. Hopefully they're going to do more stuff, and you can already pre-order this game. So I'm going to leave a link in the description to pre-order this game, so you can pre-order it. It is awesome, and if you pre-order it, you're actually going to get some free COD points for your Black Ops 3, which is awesome. And you're not going to get it when the game comes out. You're going to get it instantly. So you pre-order it, and you're going to get like 1,000 COD points for free, which is kind of like 5 supply drops, rare supply drops. That's pretty cool, and that kind of, I think, makes people want to pre-order it rather than ordering it later on. Sneaky tactics, Infinity Ward, I like it. So I think that's enough. I've told you my expectations, pretty good. I'm gonna be honest, I'm more excited about this game rather than Modern Warfare Remastered. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy, leave a like if you enjoyed, and that does make no sense. And subscribe for more of this silly face. And for now, I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you later. Bye!